It was not CRM. It's a business management platform.
At the end, customers are the core of the business. But as a business owner, myself, I can tell you this predictability is way more powerful than we can imagine.
Amazingly. Of course, we need a lot to do with AI. It's too early. We have a Co-Pilot, for example, the feature we call in Bitrix.
Interesting.
It makes your task as a supervisor. You put a task on the Bitrix and it gives you the self-made template or suggestive template, and it saves minimum of your 20 minutes because that you're gonna do in max 1.5 minutes.
See, this is so important from Indian perspective now because as an Indian, the English is not the first language that we learn, and we often are not the best in. We have, different choice of words, etc. And when there is a tool which is actually doing that on our part, this is going to put us in so much different space altogether. Hello everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of EOD Show. Today's topic is very close and very interesting to me because I've been wanting to speak about this for some time. I've been business owner for last 10 years, and apart from the communication tool that we are building for businesses, I really always saw CRM as such an interesting space. CRM tools have been all around us for last many years, and even us as a business have been using CRMs for a while. It has an amazing impact in business, especially building, sales and customer support journeys. I really wanted to have somebody on the show who can speak about CRMs, its implementation, myths around it, and more importantly, why a business need a CRM in the first place. So today on the show, we have a guest who is Managing Director Bitrix24 India. He's been leading a CRM company in India and probably have seen the whole CRM journeys in 2 decades of experience. He was born and brought up in Jammu and Kashmir, but has been on international business for last many years. He has this bird eye view on the whole CRM industry because he has been working in multi-geographies. And I think his exposure, his insights around the whole CRM space going to be a learning insight for a lot of us. So if you really want to understand why to implement a CRM in your business, if you really want to understand what is the importance, and you should not miss out on today's time when we all are talking about AI, CRM is going to the first tool that you need to implement. You should watch this whole show till the end. So let's welcome Rayees Swani. Hey Rayees, welcome on the show.
Hi, thanks. Thank you for inviting me. I would love to bust the myths. I would love to talk everything possible. That should make it clear by the end of the session that it was not CRM. It's a business management platform, what we have to call CRM, since all of us know it by the word. But due to the AI, due to the challenges, compulsive or inducive or conducive needs of collaborations with different tech sides of the product from different tech companies, how they together form a 360 platform.
Business owner feels CRM is just another added cost, and they might or might not see result or outcomes of it. They might just have a hard time implementing this in their business. What's your take on that?
It's a good question. Actually, we ourselves make the first mistake when we go for just CRM. And ये सारा स्टोरी स्टार्ट वही से होता है. मेरी कंपनी में मार्केटिंग वाले को क्या चाहिए, सेल्स वाले को क्या चाहिए, सीएक्स लेवल पे क्या चाहिए. सीईओ का एक अपना विजन होता है, मार्केटिंग का अलग विजन होता है, सेल्स का अलग विजन होता है. तो सीआरएम एक नीड लगता है, जो मैंने स्टार्ट में भी बोला, एक फनलाइज्ड प्लेटफॉर्म. आपकी सारी लीड्स आ रही है, कैप्चर करो, आरओआई दे बना के दो. तो मार्केटिंग वाला वहां पे बैठ जाता है और सेल्स वाले की जिंदगी को हेल्प बनाता है, और सेल्स वाला अपना आरओआई बना के लेता है. ये लीड्स तो कैप्चर हो गई, व्हाट अबाउट द रियल लीड्स, क्वालिटी ऑफ लीड्स. तो आई थिंक इट्स टाइम टू कम आउट ऑफ दैट फॉर अ बिजनेस पर्सन. व्हाई इट्स अ गुड क्वेश्चन, बिकॉज इट रियली एनकम्पासेस एवरीथिंग वी टॉक अबाउट. जब आप एक सीआरएम लेते हो, इसमें the word I used, like the brain I used in the beginning of the podcast, इस CRM को आपने कैसे नर्चर करना है, इसको कंसिस्टेंटली आपने कैसे कस्टमाइज करते रहता है. आप जो इसमें डेटा ले रहे हो, वो डेटा आप उसका क्या करते हो आप. अगर आप देखोगे 99% ऑफ कंपनीज ऑलवेज एंड अप विद इतनी लीड्स आई, इतना कन्वर्शन, इतना ROI. इट्स नॉट लाइक दैट. It's a huge misunderstood concept about CRM. जो मैं आज I'm lucky to get this platform with you. I would try my best to clear it. बात यहाँ पे CRM का ये नहीं होना चाहिए कि हमारा CRM क्या है, वो वाला CRM क्या है. बात होना चाहिए CRM why, what's in it.
Absolutely.
और ये ब्रेन है आज की कंपनीज में, ये ब्रेन है. देखिए 3 चीजें हैं जो आपके बिजनेस को डिफाइन भी करती है, आपके बिजनेस को सर्वाइवल का एक शेप देते हैं, हाउ इट्स गोना गेट सर्वाइव्ड गिवन द लॉट ऑफ एब्स एंड फ्लोज दैट कम एज चैलेंजिंग थिंग्स डाउन द लाइन, डे इन एंड डे आउट. एक तो अगर आपने एक CRM जैसा प्लेटफॉर्म लिया है, आप क्या ले रहे हो मार्केट से? Besides your business, besides your commercial stuff, आपने इतना पैसा लगाया, आपने इतनी लीड्स लाई, आपने इतना कन्वर्ट करा, that's the whole story, right? Time to get out of it. अगर आप एक CRM ले रहे हो किसी भी कंपनी का, आप पहले तो ये क्यों ले रहे हो? बहुत ऐसा होता है, like it's the most common thing at the CX level. A CEO from a startup or an established company, they are a little hesitant or stringent on that point. Okay, why do I need CRM? And they go with that particular one or two or couple of inputs they get from a marketing or a sales or any other department. Nowadays from HR as well, because we have HRMS tools, right?
Yeah.
And they decide. That's not bad. But a guy who is controlling the company, he has to see, he has to sit with the vendor directly or indirectly through his team. And he has to understand what's in it for me for the next 10 or 15 years. That is going to be...
That's interesting.
That's going to be... If this CRM has the scalability, integrations, customizations, AI, that's the most hot topic. We have to be there. अगर अभी नहीं है तो कब है? तो जो वो डेमो ले रहे हैं या उनका टीम ले रहा है, वो खुद तो नहीं ले रहे, उनको ये पॉइंटर्स कम से कम लिस्टर में होना चाहिए. क्यों? इससे आपका पूरा 360 आ जाएगा कि आप कोई भी प्लेटफॉर्म ले रहे हो, आप हमेशा इंटीग्रेशंस, डिप्लॉयमेंट्स पे नहीं रह सकते. That's going to cost you a lot of money, a lot of manpower, a lot of headache, right? Number 1. Number 2, अब ये आपने CRM डाल दिया for any of your reasons now, having defined. What data you get? How you play with that data? It's not about leads. It's not about, okay, leads लाई healthcare से, manufacturing से, e-commerce से, इतनी लीड्स बैठ के अब इसको आप फिल्टर करो, फिर आप इसका ROI निकालो, किस वाले में कितना कन्वर्शन हुआ. That is the one side of the coin. Actual story starts here. अगर आपके पास फॉर एग्जाम्पल 100 लीड्स आई है, इस क्लाइंट, every client is different. Every client is special for his business and for your business as well. He could be a $1 client, but giving you a ROMI of lifetime, let's say lifetime 5 years here. He could be $1,000 client, giving you negative revenue because he's going to get out after a couple of months. He could be $1 million client, but you have no capacity to retain him down the line because you are not into his business. You are not into his needs. आपने बेच तो दिया, आपने बेच तो दिया. You sold it out. So data को लाना, उस data पे work करना, personalization with every client. That is the second important thing.
Interesting.
And then the last but not the least, customer support. अब आपके पास डेटा आया, आपके पास पता है आपको इतनी इंडस्ट्रीज है, अब आपको ये भी पता है कि किस इंडस्ट्रीज में प्रोज एंड कॉन्स है. Now you are trying to be a subject matter expert. It's not important. It has to be you as the owner of the company. It could be your marketing guy. If he's not into that, it's your job to make him sit into that place. It could be your business guy. It's his job to get these kinds of insights day in and day out. They have to be with the client somehow. Of course, they can't pick the phones and make the calls or make messaging every day to the client. But they have to be with the client somehow.
Absolutely.
Newsletters, emails, workshops, webinars, one-on-one with the big or small client. and they have to understand the client. And I believe the mid managers play an important role here, very crucial role. They are the spinal cord for any owner of an industry. आपने पैसा तो लाया, आपने आपके पास एक बहुत अच्छा विजन है, आपने सारा तो बिठा दिया. अब आपके जो मिड मैनेजर्स हैं, उनका विजन क्या है? वो कोलैबोरेट कर रहा है, वो कैलिब्रेट कर रहा है आपके विजन के साथ. अगर वो नहीं कर रहा है, that's where you have to take a call. I'm not talking here about hirings and firings. I'm talking about whom you're going to hire, who you have in your team. Do they have this vision? Do they synchronize themselves with that vision? Because actual feedback, day in, day out, regular, daily, weekly, quarterly feedback, वो आपके मैनेजर से आएगा, वो आपसे तो नहीं आएगा.
Totally.
और वो जो आपको फीडबैक दे रहे हैं, वो फीडबैक आप प्रोडक्ट टीम को दे रहे हो, वो फीडबैक आप अपने, अगर मार्केटिंग से आ रहा है सेल्स को दे रहे हो, सेल्स से आ रहा है मार्केटिंग को दे रहे हो, और स्ट्रैटेजी को दे रहे हो. तो ये जो सारा एक काइंड ऑफ ERP सिंक्रोनाइजेशन होता है यहाँ पे, कम्युनिकेशन वाइज, आई मीन, वो इन मैनेजर से आएगा. तो ये डेटा आपने लिया, आपने अब कस्टमर सपोर्ट देना है. अब आपके पास डेटा है, आपके पास सारा विजन है. अब इस डेटा पे आप कस्टमर सपोर्ट कैसे देते हो? वी से L1, L2, L3. I would not look at it like that. I would say what support you give to a particular client. He falls in L1, L2, L3. I don't care.
Interesting.
Sometimes I take calls on WhatsApp. Sometimes I take messages on LinkedIn. That could be for anything. It's not about selling. It's not about support. It's about the brand you represent as a manager, as the owner. So CRM, ये सब आपको दे रहा है. लेकिन आपको पता भी होना चाहिए ना, आप CRM क्यों ले रहे हो. तो ये आपका जो बेसिक क्वेश्चन था, आई एम सॉरी आई मेड इट लॉन्ग, बट द विजन हियर हैज टू बी क्लियर. यहाँ पे हम बैठे हैं, अगर कोई हमारी बात सुन रहा है, उनको भी समझ आना चाहिए व्हाई CRM लाइक टूल. दैट्स व्हाई आई डोंट कॉल इट CRM. आई से इट बिजनेस मैनेजमेंट tool platform where you can really manage your business as the owner. That's very important, I believe.
See, at the end, and what you said is very interesting, because at the end, customers are the core of the business, or customer relationship, their engagement are the core of the business. So if it's really the customer relationship, it's actually the core of the business anyway, if you see it by the sense. Because one of the things that I've learned over many years, that whatever business we are in, at the end, it has to be centrally about, or at the core, it's about customers. They are the king. They are at least, the whole business maker in the first place. Now, a question further to you is, how do you think AI is changing this game?
Amazingly. And it's mesmerizing concept here. Of course, we need a lot to do with AI. It's too early. We have a Co-Pilot, for example, the feature we call in Bitrix.
Interesting.
So Co-Pilot, it really makes your life easy. It gives you a set of checklist itself as soon as you start typing. It makes your task, as a supervisor, you put a task on the Bitrix, and it gives you the self-made template or suggestive template. And it saves a minimum of your 20 minutes, because that you're going to do in max 1.5 minutes.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So number one. Number two, you were talking about the data. अब हमें पता है 10% ही आएगा. तो अगर आप इसको ज्यादा डीप डाइव देखोगे ना, I'm not an evangelist here to support anyone, but I want the best use of my experience, what I have gained for the last more than 2 decades. At the end of the day, we are humans. We carry emotions, we carry work on our shoulders. जो big rift होता था organizations में, budgets को लेके, strategy को लेके, hirings और firings को लेके, वो clash of expectations होता था. अब आप देखो हम कहाँ आ गए अंकित, कितना आगे आ गए हम. अब हमारे पास डेटा है, डेटा हमें ये बता रहा है कि भाई साहब आप इतना डाल रहे हो, इतना आएगा, और ये वाला काम आपका ये डिपार्टमेंट करेगा, ये वाला काम आपका ये डिपार्टमेंट करेगा. कितना अच्छा इजी लाइफ बन गया.
Absolutely.
तो इसको हमें फर्दर नर्चर करना है. तो जैसे अगेन आई गिव एन एग्जांपल, वी हैव पावर BI बाय माइक्रोसॉफ्ट. we have our own BI in a structure in Bitrix.
Interesting.
So an amazing tool of Excel sheets and all that documentation, you get calculated now itself. तो आपका जो सारा डेटा है Bitrix में आप यूज कर रहे हो, आपके पास BI इंस्ट्रक्टर है, वो आपके लीड्स पे काम कर रहा है, वो आपको बता रहा है आपका ROI क्या है, गॉजिंग ऑफ ROI कैसे होगा, फोरकास्टिंग कैसे होगा, रिटेंशन पॉसिबिलिटीज कैसे होगी, क्योंकि आपके पास पूरा डेटा सेट, हर किसी डेटा का एक डेटा सेट बन के आ रहा है, आपके सेल से, आपके चर्न से, आपके अनकन्वर्टेड नॉन कन्वर्टेड लीड से, आपके मार्केटिंग ROI से, कौन सा मार्केटिंग चैनल आपने यूज किया है. तो ये मैं आपकी बात को थोड़ा एक्सटेंड कर रहा हूँ यहाँ पे, सो दैट कि कोई भी हमारा जो ये सुन रहा है उनको समझ आ जाए कि हम किस बात पे बात कर रहे हैं. यहाँ पे बात पैसों की नहीं हो रहा है, कितना डाला कितना आ रहा है, वो तो ठीक है, वो हो गया. लेकिन यहाँ पे ये बात जरूरी है करना कि आप इस डेटा को लेके, वो सारा जो एक्सपेक्टेशन था, क्लैश ऑफ एक्सपेक्टेशंस होता था कंपनीज में, एक एम्प्लॉई का, let's sit ourselves, let's sit together and place ourselves in the shoe of that particular employee, जो अपनी तरफ से कुछ भी तो कर रहा है, कुछ भी कर रहा है, लेकिन उसका कम एक्सपीरियंस या कम विजन या लैक ऑफ स्ट्रैटेजी की वजह से वो आफ्टर 1 year फायर हो रहा है. तो ये एक टूल यहाँ पे ऐसा आ रहा है जो उसको दिखा रहा है आप कहाँ पे गलत हो, कहाँ पे ठीक हो. तो बात यहाँ पे ROI की ही नहीं है, बात यहाँ पे ह्यूमन नरिशमेंट हो रहा है. हम जो बोल रहे हैं ना कि AI से ये हो रहा है, वो हो रहा है, सॉरी, फायरिंग्स. आप ये भी तो देखो ना कि आप एक डेटा पे काम कर रहे हो, वो डेटा आपको आपका फ्यूचर फोरकास्टिंग बता रहा है करियर वाइज, कि आप इस कंपनी को क्या देने जा रहे हो,
That's very
आपका करियर क्या है. तो ये जरूरी है ये बात करना,
because lot of sales people na get afraid about AI. You know, a lot of myths has been circulated in market, around कि तो बहुत major job खाएगा, and sales people might lose job, customer service people lose job. But this is what you're saying now is making them actually super salesperson or making them super support person. It's exactly going in a different direction.
ये तो बात आ गई ना वो civilization, history of civilization. जब हमारा एग्रीकल्चरल रेवोल्यूशन स्टार्ट हुआ, तो वी वर हंटर्स, राइट? तो फिर हम एक जगह बैठ के हमने सारा लाया. तो हंटिंग तो खत्म नहीं हुई ना, लेकिन एक सोफिस्टिकेटेड वे ऑफ लाइफ आ गया. फिर आपका डाउन द लाइन पेपर, पेन, देन योर प्रेस, देन द टाइपराइटर एंड कंप्यूटर. एंड कंप्यूटर आ गया तो फिर क्या ही कहना, हम सबके पास स्टोरीज है, खत्म हो रहा है सारा कुछ. सॉरी, सेम इज विद AI. मैं एक छोटे से गांव से आता हूँ, कश्मीर से.
अच्छा.
मैं अभी मॉस्को में रह रहा हूँ फॉर लास्ट मोर देन अ डेकेड. और अभी मैं इंडिया आ रहा हूँ, अभी मैं इस कंट्री जा रहा हूँ, उस कंट्री जा रहा हूँ फॉर द बिजनेस. जो मैंने सीखा अपनी लाइफ में, जितना आप रिस्क लेने का सोचते हो, you are like risk prone, and you know how to get out of that. You shed off that fear. That makes you the human. Same is with the tools. The more you make them work, they are going to help you. There is no question of firings and hirings. All of us, we are managers, directors, founders. We should always sit down and see at our personal and professional level. Besides what we see in the media, everywhere, what this particular tool has for me, this technology has for me. Since we are talking about AI, I gave you an example. आपके पास डेटा भी है, आपके पास फोरकास्टिंग भी है, तो आपको ये भी तो पता है ना कि आप कितने खतरे में हो. तो आपको ये जो आप डाल रहे हो रेवेन्यू के लिए, आप मार्केटिंग करा रहे हो या सेल्स कर रहे हो या कर रहे हो, तो आपको AI यहाँ पे आपको रास्ता तो दिखा रहे हैं ना. That is the positive and beautiful side of the story.
Absolutely.
And by the way, when you go to Bitrix, please check that Co-Pilot.
Absolutely. I
think
it
really
that's...
saves. I was once in a demo. I don't go to demos because we don't sell direct, as I said. But sometimes our partners, they request for any of the good reasons that, okay, why not? If you are going with, if you're going to have a talk with the founder of a company or anyone from a big company, they want to have someone from Bitrix. And that's how it happens. So once I was with the demo, it was, I think, the company was from Maharashtra, Mumbai.
Okay.
And my partner was amazing at the demo because he works since decades with Bitrix. By the way, we are in India before our office opening.
Interesting.
So our partners are working for more than a decade.
So you have been present anyway for a decade now.
Of course.
And now you're officially launching your office,
Officially, we launched last year. It's now literally calendar-wise, you could say now we are going to approach the second year very soon. But our partners have been there for more than a decade. So this partner was there and he gave a good demo. Nice. But suddenly it came to my mind that we should share a short video of that was exactly about 72 or 75 seconds.
Okay.
So the whole talk, the guys were talking for last 1 hour or maybe 50 minutes. The partner tried his best to give it to the client and he did so. But still, before wrapping up that meeting, we gave that video. We passed that online. And believe me, Ankit, it was amazing. Why? The client got the graphical representation, right? How Co-Pilot is going to save your life. So up exactly 50 to 150 seconds में आप एक टास्क भी क्रिएट कर रहे हो, उसका चेकलिस्ट भी बना रहे हो, एम्प्लॉइज को भी ऐड कर रहे हो और उनको टाइमलाइन भी दे रहे हो और आपको ये स्क्रिप्ट बनाना भी नहीं पड़ा क्योंकि आपने सजेस्टेड लाइन डाल दिया, आपको चेकलिस्ट आ गया. 50 to 150 seconds में आपका 20 या 25 मिनट का काम आ गया.
I think it's more than that because, one of the biggest challenge in implementing those aspects is to think and plan about it. It takes so much time for somebody who's doing for the first time. It takes so much time and effort to plan and structure that. If you're able to do this in like minutes, probably that's more than I think it's saving for.
That's the positive side of AI, right? So
absolutely.
It's not about hirings and firings. It's about really making your life amazing. I am the supervisor of a department, for instance. I have to create a task. I don't have time. I'm in travel, I'm in meetings. I cannot afford to sit and write lines, checklist, then correct the grammar, then everything about that line, what content has to go. I have to take use of this tool, right?
See, this is so important from Indian perspective now because as an Indian, the English is not the first language that we learn and we often are not the best in it. Often are judged because we are not best in it. Often are, probably looked down upon because we have grammatical errors, we have, different choice of words, etc. And when there is a tool which is actually doing that on our part, this is going to put us in so much different space altogether. We'll have to not really worried about our grammars, but practically focusing on the sales skills actually, which ideally a salesperson should do.
Conversational use of language.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So it's like conversational and commercial side. Because language is a trade. You talk to me, I talk to you. By the way, we touched a very good topic about India, about English. There's a huge phobia. You have to be good in English. Why? It's a language.
Yeah.
It's a language, man. It's not going to decide your cognitive or intellectual level. That doesn't come from the language. Sorry. The tools like AI, as you said, you are getting your whole paragraph of 200 words done in 5 seconds. That's it. That use of language is getting mitigated by the tool.
Absolutely.
So that's very important.
And what you said is very interesting, another aspect of it, because most people actually misunderstand CRM as just a lead management tool. That's a common misconception even we have dealt with. We have tried clarifying to our customer that there is so much to it and you always have to think about the entire journey and not just probably lead management as the first place. That's maybe small part of the whole CRM thing. Now, but even with that, because I've been leading business, I've been talking to other business owner. One of the things that I have seen in implementation of such system is that the business owners or the leaders would want to implement CRM or the system in their company, in their business in the first place. But at the same time, it's primarily people who really have to use it. The salespeople, the customer service people, they really hate it at a lot of reasons. And they where most of business struggle to get it implemented. I mean, I as a business owner can be aligned about it, would want, my team to use a system to manage these data, manage customer relations, etc. But how do I ensure that my team also is aligned to it? What's in for them?
It's a good stuff. Actually, the point here is your employee is the person who sits at the desk from morning till evening. Let's put it in the generic terms.
Yeah.
If he is going to witness any kind of disruption or minor change in the interface he is using every day, that's definitely a matter of concern. It's not like diya to diya. Owner ne diya to diya. नहीं करना ही है, मैंने लाया है, ये ऐसे होगा वैसे होगा. ठीक है, एज ओनर आपका विजन क्लियर है, आप पूरा खुद बैठे हो वहाँ पे, आपका मार्केटिंग हेड या सेल्स हेड, डायरेक्टर्स या वहाँ से कोई आया है, उनका एक पर्टिकुलर कॉल आप लोगों ने सिंक्रोनाइज किया है मैनेजमेंट लेवल पे. क्योंकि ये वाला जो मैं बात करने जा रहा हूँ ये मैं मैनेजर्स के लिए कर रहा हूँ. आई लव द मैनेजर्स, दे आर द स्पाइनल कॉर्ड. अगेन एंड अगेन आई से दैट. हमने तो बिठा दिया एज द ओनर, एज द फाउंडर, एज द डायरेक्टर विद अ कपल ऑफ सेट ऑफ बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर्स. वी मेड अ डिसीजन. अब आपने ये प्लेटफॉर्म तो दे दिया, आपका मैनेजर, आपका मिड मैनेजर, आपका एक पूरा सेट ऑफ योर एम्प्लॉइज अदर दैन द CX लेवल इसी प्लेटफॉर्म पे जी रहे, तो वो क्यों एक माइनर या मेजर डिसरप्शन एक्सेप्ट करे? पॉइंट, इट मेक्स अ पॉइंट है. उनका विजन तो नहीं है ना कि आप क्या करना चाहते हो. उनका विजन तो मैक्स ये हो सकता है कि आपकी वो हेल्प कर रहे हैं एज अ टीम. ओके, दे आर एम्फैटिकली इन्वॉल्व्ड. यू हैव मेड दैट वंडरफुल synchronization through your great HR people. Okay, people love their job, but still why? Because we are talking about platform here. We are talking about some kind of disruption in the interface, not into the person's mind or brain, right? तो यहाँ पे एक अच्छा आप स्टार्ट इसको ऐसा कर सकते हो, इट शुड नॉट लुक लाइक डिसरप्शन. एक प्लेटफॉर्म डिप्लॉय करने से पहले ही आपको ये क्लियर करना चाहिए आप क्यों कर रहे हो, इसका विजन डाउन द लाइन क्या है. Again, we should not be there like that funneling in ROI. Guys, I got a CRM.
Yeah.
So that is very important. एक बार वो concept आपका clear हो गया, then comes the actual stuff. That is, आप वो कोई भी platform किसी भी need का ले रहे हो. Since we are sitting here for CRM, so we are talking about CRM.
Yeah.
So if it's about CRM, that should be as max as possible customized. If you are starting the CRM for one of your departments, let's say your HR department, the homepage itself should be focused with couple of features about CRM with relation to HRMS. Let's say payroll management, attendance management, KPI metrics, session in and out for the employees, those kind of notifications from the supervisor. So they should look at it like that. And they should see, yeah, that's how it's made. It's made for us. And still then, even though the concept is clear from the day one, still you do not have to roll out 100% of that platform. You have to go with that particular customization, then couple of features out of that, then down the line, keep on unrolling. And there has to be persistent training program from the vendor you give it. In Bitrix, we do not sell directly so much. We do not encourage that.
Okay.
It's a little, you would say what the guy is talking about.
That's the first thing that's coming to my mind.
And the point here is, that why we really want customers to get 100% support. And that's possible from a local partner.
Interesting.
Even though we are here in India locally, but we still encourage through our prestigious existing and upcoming partners in India.
Interesting.
We do not stress so much of who is going to take what. I don't want to go into the competitors line, but I think we are the only ones, not only in India, but maybe everywhere, who are giving more than half of our revenue share to the client, to the partners.
Interesting.
And the only reason for that is you are supposed to serve this client. And the point here is, I think you'll be double surprised now. We give the clients to the partners. When we make the partners, we are not assigning only the sales targets. Most of the time, we give the ready leads, clients, who have registered on Bitrix, and we say to the partner, it's your food on your plate now, given by us. It's not a charity. It's not a big favor. We want you to be with this client for the whole lifetime. And Bitrix is there to support 360.
Interesting. And why are you doing that?
Yes, why we do that?
Yeah.
Because the whole stuff I was talking about for the last 5 to 10 minutes, customer support is customer retention. We want the customer to be with Bitrix down the line. And that's possible only when we understand customer locally, when we understand the needs, when we give him a local support in terms of his unrolling the product, deployment-wise, customization-wise, integration-wise. Like we collaborated with myoperator.com.
Yeah.
Prestigious brand you are the owner of.
Thank you.
Why we do that? We have the plugins, we have the connectors, we have a great marketplace, and we could say people, okay, we could tell you as well, okay, you see our marketplace, that's it. But why are we talking about India, pan-India strategy together? Because telephony is important from 50 to 70 or 80% of clients who use CRM. Because we know how the CRM itself started. And if they are into telephony, they are into my operator, they should have everything possibly under one roof. And here we come again to that question of user interface disruption minimized as possible. अब मेरा कस्टमर है बिट्रिक्स का, उसको टेलीफोनी चाहिए, उसको टेलीफोनी ऐसे मिलना चाहिए myoperator.com से या कोई भी टेलीफोनी सर्विसेज से जो उसको डिसरप्शन ना लगे, उसको होम पेज पे सारा कनेक्ट होके हो, वो कॉलिंग कर सके, इनकमिंग आउटगोइंग फ्लोज, डेटा सेट्स, वैल्यू फील्ड्स ऑफ द एवरी कॉल, एट्रीब्यूशंस, एडिट टू एवरी कॉल, एंड वाइस वर्सा. अगर myoperator.com का क्लाइंट है, उसको CRM चाहिए, वो Bitrix क्यों लेगा? आप तो उसको बताओगे थ्रू योर पार्टनर्स, थ्रू योर न्यूज़लेटर्स, वो तो बोलेगा ना आपको, गाइस आई यूज ए CRM XYZ, why Bitrix? तो पहले तो हमें उसके डेटा का सोचना है, डेटा सिक्योरिटी, शेयरिंग ऑफ डेटा, माइग्रेशन ऑफ डेटा. तो एक प्लगइन होना चाहिए उसका, कोई भी जो एग्जिस्टिंग CRM है वहां से सेफली कैसे हम डेटा को माइग्रेट कर रहे हैं अपने CRM पे, नंबर 1. नंबर 2, वो क्यों ही कर रहा है पहले, क्योंकि अगर उसके पास टेलीफोनी है, आप उसको दिखा रहे हो अपने डेमो में कि ये आपका फ्लो है, आपका सारा एक अच्छा एक कैलिब्रेट हो रहा है अभी, आपका जो टेलीफोनी का सर्विसेज था, आपकी जो कॉल्स थी, वो आपका कस्टमर सपोर्ट डिपार्टमेंट फॉर एग्जांपल हर एक कॉल को पर्सनलाइज करना है, वो हर एक कॉल पे अब पर्सनलाइज्ड अप्रोच कर रहा है. तो वो एक बड़ा पॉइंट है. और जो डेटा सेट्स आ रहे हैं, डेटा एनालिटिक्स आपका हो रहा है, आपका हर एक कस्टमर को आप अपने अच्छे से जान पा रहे हो. तो यहाँ पे आपका जो कोलैबोरेशन आपने किया है Bitrix के साथ, आपका एक पेज है या एक इंटरफेस होने जा रहा है या ऑलमोस्ट वन इंटरफेस है, जो हम बात कर रहे थे, वो आपके एम्प्लॉइज के लिए भी बेटर है, तो वो उस क्लाइंट के लिए भी है ना, ऑब्वियसली, क्योंकि उनको सारा कुछ एक जगह पे मिल रहा है. सो दैट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, दैट शुड आंसर योर क्वेश्चन, दैट व्हाई फॉर एम्प्लॉइज. तो इसमें घुमा फिरा के हम कोई भी बात करें CRM पे, घुमा फिरा के ये बात वहीं पे आती है, आपने डेटा लेना है, आपने स्ट्रैटेजी बनानी है उस डेटा पे, आपने कस्टमर सपोर्ट देना है. और ये सब करने के चक्कर में आप ओनर है, आप डायरेक्टर है, आपको इंटरफेस रोल आउट ऐसे करना है, आपका जो डिपार्टमेंट है या फुल कंपनी है, उनको ये माइनर डिसरप्शन लगना चाहिए फॉर समथिंग पॉजिटिव.
Yep. But often do you get asked this question that what is the ROI of a CRM?
It's a good thing. What's the ROI of the CRM? ROI has two sides of the coin, in my opinion. One is the money. Of course, how much we spend, how much we get. And of course, that comes with the leads. When you work on the leads, you try to convert them and you get an ROI. That's the one side of the story. For me, ROI is not how much money I made this month. For me, the ROI is how many people I reached. Okay, they are not my clients. They don't bother to take my calls if my team is calling them. But they somehow interacted with my brand on Google, YouTube, ad campaign, whatsoever.
Yeah.
तो यहाँ पे एक बिजनेस ओनर को ये देखना पड़ेगा कि अगर वो CRM यहाँ पे यूज कर रहा है, उसको वो डेटा पे ज्यादा फोकस करना है, क्योंकि उन्होंने तो KPI तो दे दिया है ना, सेल्स को भी मार्केटिंग को भी, मार्केटिंग आपका ये ला रहा है, सेल्स उसमें इतना कन्वर्ट कर रहा है, लेकिन जो आपसे डेटा छूट रहा है, जो किसी के KPI में नहीं आ रहा है, क्योंकि मार्केटिंग आपको बता रहा है ठीक है मैंने तो कर दिया ना, लीड्स मैंने इतनी लाई, सेल्स बोल रहा ठीक है इससे मैंने इतना परसेंटेज कर लिया, लेकिन जो लीड्स मार्केटिंग ने लाई, जो लीड्स कन्वर्ट हो ही नहीं पाई कभी, ऑब्वियसली हम सब उस पर काम करते हैं वन वे द अदर वे, लेकिन आप उस पर कौन सा स्ट्रैटेजी बना रहे हो एज कंपनी? काम तो ये नहीं होना चाहिए ना, इतना काम नहीं होना चाहिए ना कि अगर आपके पास 10,000 लीड्स आई है जो आपसे कन्वर्ट नहीं हुई है एक साल में, आपने उन 10,000 लीड्स को रिटारगेट करके परेशान करना है, या आपने ये कोशिश करनी है उन 10,000 लीड्स ने आपका प्रोडक्ट बाय क्यों नहीं किया? तो वो डेटा से आएगा, उसमें जितना आप प्रोफाइल कैप्चरिंग कर पाते हो, जितना पॉसिबल है वो आप कर लो, और वो आपके पास आ गया वो डेटा सेट। फिर आपको बैठ के ये देखना है मेरा प्रोडक्ट कौन बाय किया वर्सेस मेरा प्रोडक्ट कौन बाय नहीं करा, और जो मेरा प्रोडक्ट बाय नहीं करा उस पे मैं क्या करने जा रहा हूँ, और वहां पे आपके पास वो CRM होना ही चाहिए जो इंटीग्रेशन जिसका अच्छा हो, कमाल का हो, स्केलेबिलिटी हो। ये मैं अपने CRM को यहाँ पे बेच नहीं रहा हूँ, मैं ये इसलिए बोल रहा हूँ क्योंकि आपके पास जो डेटा सेट आ गया 10,000 क्लाइंट्स का, अब देखिए आपने पूरा मेहनत करवाया मेहनत, आपके पास ये 10,000 लीड्स आई, इसमें 10,000 लीड्स में X% होगा जो कॉल्स लेना प्रेफर करेगा, X% ईमेलिंग, X% आजकल व्हाट्सएप, तो आपके पास वो इंटीग्रेशन होना चाहिए ना। That's why in the beginning of our talk, I did talk about what kind of CRM you should bring that should have that integrations availability now or later. And that should have that 360 vision. कि हमने तो आपको CRM दे दिया, अब आप देखिए अभी 90% or whatsoever is the percentage. Let's talk about India. How many CRMs have the mobile app? And if
what is the number?
I'm not sure into the number, to be
but
honest.
Is it high? Is it low as a percentage?
It's low. And the mobile app settled, then you have it. Now, is it really workable? ये glitch तो नहीं कर रहा है? आपके employees आपका calendar notification ले रहे हैं? If they are outside working from home or in travel or they are in the street and you are sending them a notification about calendar, about meetings, about notification of a task that's going on, that should not have that glitch in the mobile app, right? तो यहाँ पे ये चीजें आती है, तो अब आपके पास बात वही आती है, फिर से बात करते हैं 10,000 एग्जाम्पल लीड्स, तो यहाँ पे X% आपका ईमेल पे, X% टेलीफोनिक कॉल्स पे, X% आपका व्हाट्सएप पे, एंड 1% इनमें 1% ये भी होगा जो कोई भी चैनल नहीं चाहेगा, लेकिन वो बार बार फ्री का मटेरियल लेना चाहेंगे आपसे on your LinkedIn page, on your newsletters or your events, what you did, you went to certain event, what you did talk about, क्योंकि एक पैसिव कम्युनिकेशन चलते रहना चाहिए और चलता रहता है। अगर आपके LinkedIn पे एग्जाम्पल 10,000 सब्सक्राइबर्स है, वो सब आपको जानते हैं, जरूरी नहीं है वो आपको उनको बाय करना है, आपसे करना भी नहीं है, लेकिन उनको पता होता है आपका ब्रांड क्या करता है, तो ये कैलिब्रेशन होना जरूरी है। तो यहाँ पे बात आती है जो मैं यूज करा था वर्ड ब्रेन, तो CRM is the brain. Now you have everything about marketing, leads, data, and results you're going to get out or you wish to have from this kind of platform.
Totally. You know, one of the book which I cherish for a lot of time when I learned about sales was Predictable Revenue. I was so fond of this idea of building a system which can predict my revenue, or we are able to build a system where we know where we are heading, अगले महीने कितना आएगा, इस महीने कितना आएगा, etc. And one of the key element of this predictable revenue for us, last many years we have a sales process, customer service process became a CRM. So what really happened with use of CRM now, eventually we start learning the nuances or signals of the game, of the business, even lead management, even customer service management, etc. And I can, in any month, by 15th max, tell you what is the revenue going to be this month, even before the month ended. Now, this acted like a super tool for us because आप पहले से पता है इस महीने क्या होने वाला है, and then you are always able to tell your team to act accordingly. So, for example, some month अगर हमें लगता है कि we are going on a south, we'll immediately ask marketing team to push a bit. We'll immediately ask the sales team to get more cognizant about it because we know where we're heading. This helps us in correcting the measures or correcting the course much before it actually happens. And with that, if you see our typical month-on-month growth or typical month-on-month prediction, it probably would be, the prediction would be plus minus 10%, not more than that. We exactly know where we're heading and it's very consistent a year. Now, CRM became one of the very key tool. I do not know what people are, you spoke about various good processes, customer engagement, etc. But as a business owner, myself, I can tell you this predictability is way more powerful than we can imagine. The another side of it, which I see with my team, is their own prediction analysis. A lot of time as a salesperson, people think that, yeah, I know how to convert and I'll close this thing. But eventually, when you start reading your own patterns on the data that you entered into the CRM, 2 months, 3 months, trust me, you'll be much better salesperson because you have your own trend analysis going on. You know what kind of lead converts, what kind of lead do not convert, what kind of lead, or eventually how much I'm able to generate when I'm engaging them time to time. Now, something that we saw with our customer base, there's always a smaller percentage which converts right there. But then there is a big percentage which will convert probably a year, 2 year, 3 year down the line. And when we started really using the CRM as a brain, as you're saying, that, let's keep it as an engagement tool, keep building on it, keep engaging customer. He came today, he asked for something, he did not buy it. He came again probably because we were engaging after a year. He asked some more questions, did not buy it, but he'll convert in 3 years. But at least right now when we look at our 40% sales convert on people who did not inquire for the first time today, who inquired sometime in past, and because we were engaging them, they're coming back. Mm-hmm. These are the couple of reasons why I think, why salespeople are happy, why we are happy, why managers are happy, all about the CRM process. And, one aspect I would like to cover, for most of the businesses, I have been coming across, and people think, business owners think that CRMs are a tool for bigger businesses, larger businesses. We are a small business. Why do we need a CRM? It's a question which I probably come across more often than you can imagine. What is the stage at which a business should implement a CRM in the first place, according to you?
CRM is for one person. And I mean it. आप कोई भी CRM लो, कोई भी company लो for the start. अगर आपका vision ज़्यादा नहीं है, आपको urgent need है, I won't say get this company or that company. We are not here for that. Despite of the reason we are ambassadors of our brands, proudly. CRM एक person का भी काम है. क्योंकि पहले तो आप रिकॉर्ड कर रहे हो, आप उस डेटा पे काम करने जा रहे हो, आप एक्सेल शीट्स, माइक्रोसॉफ्ट वर्ड्स, ईमेल्स, मैसेजेस, इन सब में आप नहीं हो सकते हो एडवांस. तो अगर आपके पास CRM है, आपके पास एक कॉर्पोरेट पोर्टल आ रहा है जहाँ पे आप मैसेजेस देख रहे हो, अपनी मैसेजेस, और अगर आपका 1 man 2 man टीम है, अदर पर्सन की भी देख रहे हो, नंबर 1. नंबर 2, आप जो भी कम्युनिकेशन जा रहा है बाहर या आ रहा है बाहर से, वो आप एक जगह पे सिंक्रोनाइज करके देख रहे हो.
इंटरेस्टिंग.
तो ये तो ज्यादा जरूरी है ना छोटी कंपनी के लिए.
It's also create discipline in the very start, I think, which is very important.
It has given a real discipline to people as we touch that human resource part of managers. And we touch the data part in our conversation. Obviously, we are talking about a product and platform. So we are obviously indirectly touching the tech part. CRM is the brain. That what did I mean by that? So the brain that gives you the logical signals, right? Rational signals that you have to be in this direction. So CRM has to be used that way.
Absolutely. If you see, today's, I think, time, technology is one biggest enabler. And, we definitely, people look at, technology leaders as somebody making, tons of money just by writing codes. But at the end, it's about really innovating there, building new pieces of tool that is helping society deep down there.
Obviously.
Every set of apps, communication layers, or whatever we build, it's like helping the society enlarge so much. Every sphere of it. The reason also businesses are getting changed is because technology is making everything change. It's making everything simpler. You spoke about 8-minute delivery, and there are hundreds of things that's happening in India right now with respect to technology. And I think it's, as I see the market, it's like a hotbed for entrepreneurship. People are, I don't know, about this. There's a show called Shark Tank India, which has actually created entrepreneurship as a household thing now. When I became an entrepreneur, the word entrepreneur wasn't that common. Now I think it's every household talk about it. I'm so glad that during the prime time when people were watching news or Big Boss or etc., now they're watching Shark Tank. This is like so much change that is happening, and technology is actually leading to one big part of it.
Definitely. I'll just add one thing more
Yeah.
here. It's not an assault to injury, but I think it's very important. Whatever experience we have as humans, you have your set of experience, I have mine. That's good, but one has to be very careful here, not to follow the crowd. Of course, entrepreneurship, this storm of startups, it's absolutely fine. It's great. I am no way against it, but one has to be very careful as well.
Absolutely.
You have to have a good product. You have to have real solution, not just follow the crowd. And that's why we see most of the startups fail as well. I only request one thing, that whosoever is like going to start a startup, have the startup vision. His big focus has to be on the solution. What his product is going to give, not the product itself. The solution is very important. If there is the solution, he is going to survive with or without investments.
I think it's wonderful to have you here, Rayees, talking about all your, insights around CRMs, businesses, how should business, adopt these tools, what is the importance of it. And I think a lot of myth that you have busted in the show about implementing such business process tools. People definitely have been seeing CRM as just lead management tool, but what you spoke about is amazing because you gave the whole perspective about how much bigger it is than just being a lead management system and just being a CRM, as you said. It's like the business brain, and I totally kind of resonate to this because being a business owner myself, I've been implementing this. I've been seeing the impact of CRMs in my own business, and I think it's so relevant for other business owners to see this entire talk, coming right from the horse's mouth, because here's a person with us who's actually implementing this with thousands of businesses. He understands how businesses are really getting impacted, of how businesses are really able to get juice out of it. एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट सब्जेक्ट जो हम लोग कई बार बिजनेस में मिस करते हैं, जो टूल्स और टेक्नोलॉजी की हम यूज करते हैं, ये सीआरएम अपने आप में एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट टूल्स होता है हमारे लिए, जहां पर हम अपने बिजनेस की एफिशिएंसीज को, अपने बिजनेस के प्रोसेस को काफी बेटर कर सकते हैं. आज के टाइम में एक बात जो सब जगह कही जाती है कि डेटा ही ऑयल है, और सीआरएम उस ऑयल की मशीन है. उस ऑयल को निकालने की जो मशीन आज के टाइम में है वो सीआरएम है, क्योंकि वो ऑयल निकाल पा रहा है जिससे आप अपने बिजनेस को चला पा रहे हो. तो अगर आप सीआरएम इंप्लीमेंट नहीं कर रहे हो तो कहीं ना कहीं आप अपने ऑयल को बंद कर रहे हो. तो इसीलिए शायद उतना ही जरूरी है आज के बिजनेस ओनर्स के लिए कि आपके बिजनेस में एक सीआरएम हो. आप साथ में उस तरह के टूल्स और सिस्टम्स यूज करो जिससे आपकी बिजनेस की एफिशिएंसी बढ़ सके. एंड विद दिस ऑल, लेट मी कंक्लूड दिस शो टुडे. Thanks, Rayees. Thanks, and thanks for having this time with us. Thanks for all the time that you've given and all the insights that you've given to the audience today.
I appreciate your time. I appreciate your anticipation and calling me, invited me for this. Just a couple of seconds, if you allow me.
Please.
We tried to be in English because we cater to the different needs, different stratas of society. By society, I mean users and companies. And we try our best to be here. And Bitrix vision is in India to be seen as the brand with respect. We have one of the great brands in India, Tata's. I'm sorry if I'm naming it. I should or not. When people talk about the guy or the people from that, they look at them with respect because they have a legacy. I want to build that. I want to create that for India, elsewhere as well, since I am in charge of India. I believe that one has to be very clear, honest, supportive, and give a wonderful product to the society. And I would definitely want you to before concluding this, give us one single line or couple of words how my operator collaboration is going to really help our existing clients from your side, our side, and new clients, because telephony is something, not just telephony. You guys have CPaaS as well, if I'm right.
Yeah.
Small companies are dependent on CPaaS.
Yeah.
Small companies do need the communication, that is their survival.
Yeah.
And big companies need solutions all at one place.
Yeah.
That's why we have collaborated. I would definitely like you to tell a couple of words about our collaboration.
Absolutely.
How that's going to help the people across the spectrum.
Absolutely. See, I've been building this business or helping other business owners for last many years. What I realize is everybody want to have a integrated view and experience into their system. CRM at the end, as I said, it's a oil machinery probably, but then there is a magnet attached to it, which is communication. I think both falls so much complementary in a sense, and we have observed this with our businesses we are working, that probably 70 to 80% businesses who are using either CRM or a communication tool are having the other side of it as well. And having an integrated journey is so important for businesses, is because you are able to see the entire picture at one place. You are able to let your sales team enter a lot of data, or probably have a much better or deeper picture about every client and communication happening. You gave some of the example how, a call or connected call or missed call, probably would have presented the data in a better sense. And that we see every day. Now with our side of the story, what we believe, we are able to engage or let businesses use our platform to engage their customers further. But where do we record at the end all of these? Has to be a CRM. There has to be a place where we are able to put our data, and then there are a lot of other data coming from the systems, other systems, where businesses are able to have one bigger view of the whole, lead, or maybe the whole contact in the first place. That's where I think our partnership going to be very important in Indian perspective, because we together going to help businesses have this entire picture at one place, have their entire integrated journey from customer, starting from inquiry to contact management to engagement and etc. That's what we are trying to build at the end. At the end, we both are collaborating to serve the customers in a much better way. It's a technology, it's a two different technology, but trying to join hand to become one powerful of it. That's what the intent is.
Perfect coupling here, I hope. Thank you, Ankit, once again for this wonderful time.
Sure.
And thanks you, Raj, for making us meet today. I should really thank you as well.